Salamun, salamun. Today's lecture is regarding about Yājūj and Mājūj, Gog and Magog. So again, all these fairy tales or fabrication they have taken from the Bible. So first of all, I will discuss what Bible has written about this Yajuj and Mājūj, and then I will discuss this Islamic priesthood, and then the Quranic point of view about this Yajuj Mājūj. So this mysterious tale, the people are, especially Islamic religious leader, or on the YouTube, you will see a lot of lecture. They are, sensational kind of things they have written. So I have made the analysis of this. It's a difficult job because there are so many mountains of lies, tradition, fairy tales. But the Quran has given the detail of the Yājuj Mājūj in a very nice way. Clearly explained. So let me start. Both the Bible and Islamic priesthood have fabricated mysterious fairy tales regarding the subject of Yājuj Mājūj, Gog or Magog. Apocalyptic literature and medieval legends about Gog and Magog. First of all, we will discuss that. In the Bible, Gog and Magog are first reference in Ezekiel chapter 38-39. You can find over there. Where they are represented as a powerful prophesied enemies leading to vast population to invade Israel. So there was no Israel. Israel is not a Hebrew word. Israel is not a Jewish language. It's a Quranic language. And I have given one lecture, what is the Bani Israel? They have all translated son of Israel, children of Israel. They're totally wrong. In the New Testament, they are changing. But our translator of the Quran, it is coming from the time of Tabari till now, same translation. They did not try that, let me see what is the garbage it has written in the form of, this Quranic translation, and they insulted the Quran, they insulted the education of the Quran. They never think about that. And I have the honor to do it. I did it. And I will give it for my coming generation. Maybe after 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years. But I have cleared all the confusion or whatever the long tale or stories they have put in the form of translation to the Quran. In the New Testament book of Revelation, they are portrayed more symbolically as metaphorically representation of the ultimate evil force that will end with Satan in the final apocalyptic battle. So same thing, what Muslim has that some Yājūj Mājūj will come, and then Jesus will come, He will kill them. I'm giving the detail now. Islamic clergy myth of Gog and Magog, Yājuj and Mājūj in a Quranic language. To support the mysterious tale of Gog and Magog, Yājuj and Mājūj, Islamic clergy often reference both the Quran and Hadith. So they use the Quran as well as Hadith to keep the people in the darkness. All the present Islam is a fairy tale now. All this prayer, fasting, Hajj, Umrah, Safa, Marwa, this is all fairy tale. It has nothing to do with the Quran. According to the Hadith, Abu Dawud, 4311, they are described as one of the most spiritual and barbaric tribes over to walk the earth. So it is their fabrication or their prophecy that they is the most spiritual and barbaric tribe and ever to come to walk the earth. The appearance of Gog and Magog is considered one of the major signs of the last day. This last day has destroyed the Muslim. All these religious leaders, they stress on this point that don't bother about this world. You should ready for the last day. Yawm-e-Qiyamah, resurrection. Their emergency is said to follow a sequence of prophetic events, including the coming of the Dajjal. Look, Dajjal, Antichrist. These are the stories they fabricated. Imam Tabari fabricated. Ibn Kathir fabricated. And then all the thousands of volumes of the translation of the Quran, they put this garbage over there. To descend from Isa, Jesus, nickname, from heaven and period of global peace under his leadership. Jesus will control. Look, you can imagine that it is a Bible they have put over there. And then it is believed that Gog and Magog are currently imprisoned behind a massive barrier. Where is that? According to the myth, they attempt to dig through the barrier daily. They are trying every day to demolish that barrier. And when they finally succeed, they will wreak global havoc, killing masses and causing destruction. One exaggerated detail is that they will drink all the water from the east and from the lake called Bahriya Tabriya. Tabriya, from Tabri. Sea of Galilee. So when they will come out, they will drink all the water. So these are all fairy tales from century. Your praying, supplication, your Darud, Safa, Marwa, this is all fairy tale. It has nothing to do with the Quran. The Islamic literature does not mention the exact location of their imprisonment, or it is unknown. They never give you, because then they will never give you detail where is the hell and where is the heaven. Never. Because if they will give you, first of all, they don't know. They know it is a lie. It's a mountain of lie. And first of all, if they will tell you this is the place or this is the location, then their business will stop. How they will make the money? However, various speculative theories suggest that might be in Siberia. They went to Russia now. Himalayas, India, or northern region of Azerbaijan, Armenian, and Georgia. Yes. From centuries of centuries, they are still in the prison. How they were surviving? From where they are eating the food? Just use your head. These religious oligarchies, they destroy you. Their event defeat is described in a miraculous terms. When Prophet Isa, look, Jesus prayed to Allah, a type of disease or parasite will send to afflict Yājūj and Mājūj. There is also hadith. Killing them instantly. It means they are supporting the Christianity that Jesus will come again. They are helpless. They are weak. They cannot do anything with Yajuj and Mājūj. Their corpus will emit in a horrific stench, after which Allah will send birds with long necks like a vulture to consume their remains. Finally, a divine rain will clean the earth of any lingering filth and oil. This is what you can do now. And by these fairy tale, they are continuing their, religious, which is a priesthood or clergyman. Now, the Quranic analysis about Gog and Magog, Yajuj or Majuj. So not again, I have taken this verse from the previous lecture. Summa attaba sawaban. Then Dhul-Qarnayn, he pursued consecutively, guided by his inherent wisdom and inner authority, to prepare means or cause of attaining or accomplish the thing or affair, to realize the fruits of true prosperity and fulfillment. So he was giving another project, another mission by the Quranic Federation. This reflects that the Quranic Federation or Foundation, under their vicinity or their control, they were taking care about them. If there is something wrong, they send their representative over there, like Dhul-Qarnayn. Let us begin this discussion with verse Surah Al-Kahf, 1893, where Yājūj, Mājūj are mentioned within the story of Dhul-Qarnayn. Now, حَتَّى إِذَا بَلَغَ بَيْنَ سَدَسٍ وَجَدَ مِنْ دُونَهُمْ قَوْمًا لَا يَكَانُوا يَفْقَهُونَ قَوْلًا. So when he started his mission, so he went to a nation until when he reached between two strong nations facing each other. حَتَّى إِذَا بَلَغَ بَيْنَ سَدِينَ Sadat. Two nations, they were fighting. They were dead enemy. He found beside them a nation, Vajada means Dunhama common. These are very strong or very, violent people. But between them, there is another nation who was living, devoid of faculty of strategy, negotiation, or lack in technology and knowledge. So this nation was, compared to them, they don't have a weapon, they were weak economically or technically. So these both nations, they were very strong. And that is why the title name or the surname of the Dhul-Qarnayn, because of the two nations. The strong leader of two nations. So they don't have the knowledge. They were just like 2.5 billion people. Our nation, other nation, they are technically advanced, economically advanced, they have their system, but we are still worshipping Allah and following these Ali, Mustafa, Abu Bakr Siddiq, old stories. They said, this third party, third nation, O Dhul-Qarnayn, two nations, Gog and Magog. That is why the title of the Dhul-Qarnayn is because of Yājūj and Mājūj. He uses power to control this violent nation. Have unleashed fierce chaos and disorder, spreading bitterness and confusion throughout our society and our land. This was the problem. And they are saying, Yājūj and Mājūj, they are imprisoned and they will be released, at the day of judgment or last day or day of resurrection. So this is all story. So let me explain you now. What is Yājūj and Mājūj from the Arabic point of view? Yājūj and Mājūj, the phrase Yājūj and Mājūj consists of proper nouns, special those nations. Accusative case, the root of the word Alif, Jim, Jim, Ajaj, which carries several meanings in classical Arabic. Not this Arabic, because the Qur'an is not in the present Arabic language. It's in the classical, chaste and eloquent language. What is the meaning of Uj? The burn fiercely or blaze brightly as the blazing of a fire. So any nation or any leader who burn the other nation fiercely, bombardment or dropping the atom bomb or putting the missile, so that nation is Yājūj Mājūj. To make a sound or noise while moving like the rustling or crackling sound made by flames, or metaphorically the resulting sound in ostrich might be. So when they start their aggression or destroy the other nation, so they also make certain type of sounds. Number third meaning, that to stir up evil or mischief or to incite intense heat and confusion, especially that which arises from the noisy uproar of words. So all our religious leaders sitting in the mosque or sitting in the Khana Kaaba or sitting in the other institution, they're all Yājūj and Mājūj. They destroy you because they are causing confusion. They incite you by saying you are Sunni, you are Shia, he is a Jew, he is a Christian, he is a Hindu, kill them. This is Yājūj and Mājūj. In our Pakistan or in all our Muslim country, look, Saudi Arabia and UAE, they start bombing Yemen. You can listen the voice of their air jet, fighter jet, and where they're throwing a bomb, where they are making the bombardment. So they are also at that time Yājūj and Mājūj. Saudi Arabia and UAE. So this is the meaning of Yājūj and Mājūj. And to cover this, all this Tabri, Ibn Kathir, until to now, all this covering this nonsense by the fake propaganda. a judge. It is also denoted bitter or salty water. Look, there is a difference between the sweet water and the sea water. The salt water will damage your nerve system, damage your stomach. And those nations who damage the economy of the other people, they are judged. Like America, like Western Union, they are judged. Refer to the sea water. The term Yajuj is interpreted by some as referring to one who moves quickly or runs in a burning, chaotic, or flaming manner, reflecting a sense of violent unrest or disorder. Now, all those nations who are making the war in Ukraine, in Palestine, and who are supporting all the Muslim countries who are supporting this, like Egypt, like Saudi Arabia, like UAE, like Qatar, and other, or Jordan, they are all Yājūj and Mājūj. So now let me give the translation of this verse. They said, the third nation who was technically, weak or economically, and nobody listened to them. O Dhul-Qarnayn, indeed, here we have savage elite groups, Yājuj and Mājūj. Kalu ya Dhul-Qarnayn, inna Yājuj and Mājūj, just like salt water. Just like they're killing the people, what Bush did in Iraq, what America did in Libya. Same thing, Yajuj and Mājūj. What this Islamic, sect, Debunking, Shia, Sunni, they are fighting to each other. They are all Yajuj and Mājūj, who create chaos and disorder by burning our crops and houses ferociously in our society. Mufsiduna fil ard. Fasad. Now, everywhere on this planet is a fasad. Every person is upset. What happened in Iran now? It's a fasad. Of course, Iran does not want this war. And all Arab states, they are supporting Israel. Even Turkey. This, the head of the Turkish, people, he is a opportunist vulture. The right word, opportunist vulture. Still he is selling the oil. Palestine is killing the children, the women. They are facing the starvation, and he's supplying them oil, making money, which is coming from Azerbaijan. So they complained that Dhul-Qarnayn, you have the power because you are the representative of the Quranic Federation. So they have created the chaos. So many, we make an agreement with you to compensate for it. فَهَلْ نَجَنَا لَكَ خَرَجًا عَلَىٰ. Take this out from us. Find a solution for us. And we'll pay you. Or contribute to the expedition expenses against the savage elite groups. Whatever your expenditures will come, we were ready to pay. They were so much, in a bad condition. If you make a powerful intervention, look, powerful intervention with the right decision, Sadadan, go and check the lexicon, what is the meaning of that? It is not a, you can make for us a concrete, this wall. No. Look, they have mentioned, they said, O Dhul-Qarnayn, the Gog and Magog people do great mischief on earth, shall we then render the tribute to you in order that the mightest erect a barrier between us and them? They destroy the meaning of God. Between us and them to stop it. And tajal bainana wa bainahum. Then, further, what is the answer of that? Dhul-Qarnayn, Kaala ma makkani fiha rabbi khairun wa ayuni bikuwatin adlan bainakum wa bainahum radhan. Look, what is the character of the Quranic tradition? The Quranic tradition was based on highly moral values. What is the highly moral value? He replied, whatever my sustainer or cherisher or head of the Quranic tradition has bestowed me, I have enough resources. Of his resources, all the resources of the Quranic tradition, of the foundation, that is sufficient and better for me. I don't want any compensation from you. And this is the quality of the Quranic tradition. The main purpose of the Quranic tradition to help the nation who are weak or meek. For me, Rabbi khairun, I have no problem. Khair, liberty, freedom, everything I have. So you extend your exceptional cooperation to me for ayuni, what I want from you. I want special, exceptional cooperation to me. What is that? With determination and excellent strength. You, first of all, you should be mentally very strong. Determination, firmness. What? To make agreement between you and between them. First of all, you get ready. Adal bainakum wa bainahum. I will help you. I will make the agreement. I will be the middleman. But first of all, show the determination. Show the strength. By doing repeatedly and continually discussion to patch up or to sew together or to repair the defectiveness. Radama. Give me the maximum information. Prepare yourself. Think. I want to, as a middleman, I will make an agreement between you and them. And I will sponsor them, being the representative of the Quranic Federation. But first of all, you get ready. Make your mind. Think repeatedly and continually discussion to patch up or to sew together or to repair the. We will try to talk and talk and talk. Look, this is the education of the Quranic Federation. They don't go for the war. Talking, discussion, meeting. So then further he said, Atuni zubrun al-hadid hatta iza sawa bain al-sadifin qala anafahu hatta iza jalna nara aqala atuni afraqa alayhi qatf. Look the translation. Bring me block of iron. This is usefully. It is because Tabari has it. At length, when he had filled up the space between the two mountains side, where they are saying that Yajuj and Mājūj has been imprisoned now, this translation showing they were not imprisoned. There were the two hills, what they are saying, or two mountains, where according to their translation, Dhul-Qarnayn will put the steel, copper, whatever it is, to make the word. He said, blow with your billows. Then, when he had made it red as a fire, he said, bring me that I may pour over it molten lead. Look, how you can put between the two mountains this molten lead. Look, just please think. Think. Use your mind. And what is the translation? Bring to me, Atuni, in written, Zubran, Zabur, same word. Zabar, Zay, same word. In written, bring me what you want. Or what is the problem? Intelligent and sharp, bright and skillfully argument, al-hadid. Why they call hadid? Because whenever you strike anything with steel, it put heavy blow on that. So similarly, al-hadid means a proper noun, the argument of the Quran. Just like they hit like a hadid, with the sharpness of the Quranic verses. This is the meaning of hadid. And even they put lead. So al-hadid means Dhul-Qarnayn asked them to prepare the documentation, write down, Zubran, intelligent and sharp, bright and skillfully arguments. So then when we can discuss with them, I am the powerful leader, I can handle them because in my back, in my sport, Quranic Federation is sitting. Until I equally convince both groups to turn away from conflict. Hatta iza sawa bainul sadifin. I will ask them that you cannot fight them. You are fighting yourself, no problem, but I want to write down the agreement that you will not attack, you will not damage this nation. They are weak. This was the function of the Quranic Federation. Do you think America is doing that? No. Do you think other countries, no, they are not. They go, they attack, they kill the people and take all the money, all the resources. He said, breathe or infuse the Quranic education. Put in that writing. The Quranic education means based on the truth, justice, and social justice system until he made brightness in your sensibility. They recognize, yes, it's a bright. It's a good agreement. He further said, process exclusively my instruction in it and keep in its diameter. Whatever the instruction I have given you, within the range of this instruction, you have to process the agreement, diameter. Qatar, why they call Qatar? Iran, Shanda Mazail, because it is surrounded by the sea. It's an island. That is, its name is Qatar. So this is the advice. It is not that blow you, what they have. At length, when he had filled up with the space between the two steep mountain sides, he said, blow with your bellows. It does not mean blows. It means, Kul kala anfahu hatta iza jana. Anfahu means, give the education, infuse the education, breathe the education of the Quran. He said, process exclusively my instruction in it and keep in its diameter, whatever the limit. The diameter you make a circle, so you have to be in that circle which I have given you. This is the meaning of it. There is no, feeling of the to mountain with the lead. Even they don't put the word hadith over here. They make the wrong translation. He had made it red as fire, and bring me that I may pour over it molten lead. So this is the meaning of this. It is all, wrong translation. They don't know. It's based on the heresy. Then, فَمَا أَسْتَعُوا أَنْ يَذَرُوا وَمَا أَسْتَعُوا لَهَا نَكَبًا. Yusuf Ali, thus were they made powerless to scale it or to dig through it. They can break it. So this is a totally wrong translation. So not they were able to gang up. We will write the agreement and we will get their signature. So they cannot do the gang up with you. And not they were able to do any profession. This is the reason Dhul-Qarnayn asked them to prepare the documentation. And these documentation or agreement within the circle or within the qatar of the Quranic instruction which I have given. So Dhul-Qarnayn want to bind them in the agreement so that they can, in future they cannot attack them, they cannot damage them. And he will be the grantor. If these two nations, that is the reason Quran says, Dhul-Qarnayn controlling the two nations, strong person. And then he further said, Kala hada ramatu min Rabbi. Faiza jaa wada Rabbi ja'alahu dakkan wa kana wa adan Rabbi hakkan. He said, this is the extensive favorable blessing for their growth and development from my sustainer. Hakala hada ramata min Rabbi. My Quranic Federation want you to provide you favorable circumstances for your growth and prosperity, for your development. When comes promise of my nurture, he will crush into pieces the gangster. And if they will not agree, I will take the permission from the Quranic Federation, then I will crush these gangsters what they are doing. First of all, we try to settle this dispute with the help of agreement, writing, meeting. And the promise of cherisher stand suitable to the requirement of the wisdom, justice, right, and truthfulness. Kana vada Rabbi hakkan. These are main hakkan. Hak means stand suitable to the requirement of the wisdom, justice, right, and truthfulness. These are the characteristic attribution of the Quranic Federation. Making the decision with wisdom, justice, right, and truthfulness. According to the stand suitable to the requirement of the wisdom. It should not be any injustice within any nation. Then, وَتَرَكْنَا بَعْضِهُمْ يَوْمَ يَعْمَوْدْ فِي بَعْضٍ وَنَفَخَ فِي الصُّورِ وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ جَمِيعًا. Look, what is the translation? On that day we shall leave them to surge like a wave on another. The trump will be blown and we shall collect them all together. He further said, Dhul-Qarnayn, we abandon or forsake some of them because they did not agree. Some agree, but we abandon them. At that crucial time, in confusion, disturbance, are in a state of commotion. Some people, they make the opposition, but Quran explained that for the peace of, because it's very critical time, the people, emotion were high, in a state of commotion, but Dhul-Qarnayn neglect them, avoid them, and did the thing properly. Then we infuse or puff or breathe, وَنَفَخَ. When the agreement was signed, in their mind we give the education of the Quran, وَنَفَخَ. New images, we change the society, change the old pictures. Barbaric images we change, or principle or manner, whatever the, surah mean photograph. What were the principle, manners or images, we change them. They were the violent nation. So that we will assemble them all for accountability. We bind them into the agreement. And if they will break this, so we will take the, we will punish them. Punishing them means we will ask them why you did it. فَجَعَلْنَهُمْ جَمِيعًا, all together. Then verse 18, 100. وَعَرَضْنَا جَهَنَّمْ يَوْمَ الْكَافِرِينَ. And we will review or expose the stagnancy or burning hell of confusion. Those who will not agree or those who break the agreement, so for them, their activity will stop. Stagnancy or burning hell of confusion will make them confused. At that critical time, when they will break this agreement, or the people who are not agree with that, for those who disacknowledge the truth. Kafir does not mean Jew or American or Hindu or Christian, no. Kafirin mean that person or those people who disacknowledge the truth, who will disagree or disacknowledge the agreement, we will take care about that. It's a powerful statement. So this is the Yājūj and Mājūj, and the traditional narrative promoted by the Islamic priesthood present that the story of Gog and Magog as a supernatural test of the faith. Supernatural test of the faith. Framed to convey moral lesson about justice, divine protection, and the consequences of straying from rightness. However, despite the availability of logical and textual grounded interpretation, earlier and later commentators of the Quran have overwhelmingly opted for mystical and ambiguous constructs. They portray Gog and Magog as strange, violent people, hidden from the civilized world, an interpretation borrowed almost verbatim from the Bible book of Ezekiel and the book of Revelation. Ironically, these same scholars vocally claim that the Bible is distorted and corrupted, yet they have uncritically pasted definition from it into the Quranic commentaries. The contradiction exposes a deep intellectual hypocrisy. Why rely on corrupted texts to define terms in a book they believe to be untouched and pure? The result has been the production of hundreds of pages of filled with conjecture, fantasy, and unvariable attributes about Gog and Magog. Thousands of pages have been written. Fabrication that bluntly disregard the fundamental principle of the Quran interpretation. They are against the interpretation. Adding a single word or idea based on personal supposition is a serious transgression. So they give all their personal, and this is a transgression. It's a violation of the Quranic principle. Thus, the centuries-old body of traditional Quranic interpretation, particularly on the subject, stand today as a burdensome monument to the scholarly negligence and interpretative sin. It is not a reflection of divine insight, but of a centuries-long failure to honor the Quranic linguistic integrity and intellectual clarity. This is it. Quran very clear. And first time from the 1400 you are getting this interpretation. As I explain you, I am putting the foundation with concrete, with steel, and our coming generation can build the edific building better than me. So if you have any question, please write us back. You are most welcome. Thank you very much.